Welcome back to another video. So today's video is actually a change of plans. I decided I was going to change what I was going to do today. So I am doing, as you can see in the title, as you're aware of what's going on. With a lot of you probably staying home, I decided that I would do a bodyweight workout. Ironically, even though we're in the gym, but purely because the lighting's better in the gym. But we would need, I'm going to show you what we'll need. First things first, the most important things you're going to need is antibacterial wipes, wipe down everything, and backpack. So as you can see, I filled this up with a lot of stuff, so it's really heavy. That is just to add a bit more load to the workout. Unless you're 110 kilos like myself, you probably don't need it, but it's better to have something extra. So if you have a weighted vest, a military weighted vest, use that as well. That's awesome. You also need resistant bands, light resistant, no, very light resistant. I always get this confused. Very light resistant and a light resistant band, and your own friggin' yoga mat. Buy one. I've always had one, but now I take this, whatever gym I'm going to now, I'm going to be using my own. Don't forget to wipe down after yourself as well. So yeah, you also need a bench, chair, whatever you can find, as you will see later on in the workout. But that's it. That's pretty much all you need. You can do this outside. Some of the stuff that requires a bench, if you can't find a bench in the park, you can do some alternatives, which I have put in the video. As always, I'll give you the reps, sets, everything you need. Probably going to do a voiceover as well, because the gym, the noise is just weird, so I couldn't really do a lot of talking in between. So yeah, don't forget, if you like this video, make sure you leave a thumbs up, and of course make sure you subscribe. I've actually just done the workout. It is tough. A lot of the times people think bodyweight stuff is easy, but with me, you know, if you do one of my workouts, it's not going to be easy. It's going to suck, and this one is going to suck. So it's a mixture. There's three parts. There's a bodybuilding segment. It's a small bodybuilding segment, and then you have two different conditioning. It's pretty much similar to what I do with my dumbbell only ebook workout. So with that, obviously you need the dumbbells, but what I've done is just to change it to bodyweight. I will start doing more bodyweight stuff as well, just purely because of things like this when it happens, so you guys have an option. And the best part is it's free, so you don't have to pay for it. But I might do an ebook as well, so we'll see. So yeah, this is going to be a really fun one for you guys. Going to stop waffling on now and get on with the workout.
Okay, before we get started, we all know how important warm-ups are, so make sure you warm up thoroughly. So here we have squats. Now with all my training, weights or not, tempo will always play a major role. So try and keep the muscle under as much tension as possible. And trust me, this is tougher than it looks. Using a backpack with added load to make the workout even more challenging. If you have a weighted vest, use that as well. That's absolutely fine. Now with the Bulgarian split squats, the same rule applies. I like to have my arms out like this because it helps with stability. So if you're very unstable on this, make sure you keep your core tight. So brace your core before you go down into the movement. A lot of the times when we are unstable when performing a split squat, it's usually the lack of core stability. So make sure you brace your core before you go down into a split squat. The banded lateral raises using a very light band. Watch my setup here and how much I stretch the band with my feet. This is to shorten the range of motion on the band, hence making this actually more harder than you think. Controlling the eccentric, you are fighting that band from pulling you down, which means added tension to your delts. Another thing I'd like to point out is this bodybuilding workout is to help you keep training whilst you have no access to the gym. Please be mindful of this. Like I always say, it's better to do something than nothing. I absolutely love the banded push-ups. The band creates even more tension, especially at the top of the movement, and forces you to work even harder to perform this already tough exercise. With the dips, you can use a chair at home to perform this, or a bench or a sofa. I normally don't do triceps dips like this. However, if done correctly, it's a great triceps exercise when you have no other option. And again, you want to make sure you slow down the eccentric to keep the tension on the muscle for longer. And at the top, I like to contract and squeeze my triceps as hard as I can. Don't like doing the bench dips, like I know a lot of people don't, then a diamond push-up is another great tricep exercise. The banded bicep curls will be the same setup as the banded lateral raises, but using a slightly tougher band. So I'm using a light band here rather than the very light with the laterals. Again, control the eccentric portion of this exercise by resisting the band from pulling you down, and make sure you squeeze your biceps as hard as you can at the top, like it stole your last Oreo.
Okay, so that's the bodybuilding portion of the workout. I know you're looking at it thinking it's easy, but you know me, so I'm going to give you some of the tempos. As you can see, I use two different resistance bands. The red one's very light and the purple one is light. So obviously, if you're a stronger person like myself, you need a harder resistance. Resistance bands aren't that expensive. Amazon, eBay, I'll try and find a link somewhere for you guys to get some. It's not a sponsored link either. But yeah, if you do them correctly, you should actually feel that, like I feel that now, and just doing them. If you're uncomfortable doing bench dips, as you can see, I've given you an alternative. So I know some people don't really like doing bench dips. So yeah, onto some of the conditioning now. So we've got two different conditioning. So we're gonna do the first one now.
Now we're on to the first metcon, which consists of high knees, squat jumps with hands behind your head, burpees, or as I call it, death drops, and alternating plank Superman. The rep scheme is 27, 21, 15, 9, which means 27 reps on all four exercises, then 21, and then 15 and 9. You have to finish this as quick as possible with minimal rest between.
Quick guys, this is a special mention to my sponsors, PhD. If you're wondering what I'm drinking, I've already done a supplement video before, but it's called Battery, so it's basically fast digesting carbs. So when I'm doing workouts like these, this is what I usually take. So when I'm doing my CrossFit style workouts, my strength and conditioning, I normally have fast digesting carbs. That's what this is. I've actually put some vitamin C in this as well. So for pre-workout today, I'm actually using Pump. So again, as I mentioned in my videos, there are 3 different pre-workouts. So when I'm doing certain workouts, I take different types of pre-workouts. So pump, just again, it says exactly what it does on the tin. But when I'm doing conditioning stuff, so CrossFit style workouts, I tend to use more of the VMX. So I'm gonna put a link to all of them as well. So use my code OB25 and get yourself an awesome discount. Back to the video.
The squat jumps with hands behind your head is harder, as you cannot use your hands as momentum when jumping. The burpees is chest to floor, and make sure you get some height when you're jumping at the top with hands over your head. The plank Superman is a core workout and is actually harder than you think.
Okay, so that's part 2. As you can see, it's tougher than it looks. That's the one thing about when you do bodyweight stuff. A lot of people think it's easy. That's if your programming's easy. If you program it right, it should suck just as much. So, I mean, it helps if you're 110 plus kilos. So, with the backpack, as you can see, sometimes you can use that. If you have a weighted vest as well, actually, you use that to your advantage. Anything you can use to add a little bit more load, just like you're doing, like when you do weights, you want to increase the load. So with your backpack, fill it up with as much things as possible. Just make it heavy. So that will make the workout even harder. So yeah, so that's part 2, and we have one more. It's part 3, workout 3. That's it, done. It's a full workout.
Now, if you thought part 1 was tough, well, part 2 will probably be even more horrid. Just 3 exercises, which include jumping lunges, which I've also put an alternative. Push-ups, and again, an alternative for push-ups. And leg raises. Ideally perform both the jump lunges and the push-ups with added load. So again, with a backpack or a weighted vest, and then take that off to perform the leg raises. The premise of this workout is to complete 40 reps, yes, 40 reps on every single one of these exercises, and then you have 40 seconds rest. Then you complete 30 reps of each of these exercises, and then 30 seconds rest, and then 20 reps. And however, you don't have any rest after the 20. So when you complete 20 reps of the jumping lunges, push-ups, and the leg raises, you will go straight back into 10 reps of jumping lunges, push-ups, and leg raises.
So I just got a bit confused because I've done the workout and I'm doing an intro or an outro, and I'm not doing a retake. So yeah, enjoy the workout, and then this is the outro. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. I'll be happy to answer them. Yeah, I know at this times it is a little bit scary for some of us. If you have anxiety, this does not help. If you're naturally anxious like myself. So the whole social distancing thing, I think all of us introverts are kind of like, you don't need to tell us twice. So it's part and parcel of what we do naturally. But yeah, I'm at the gym. I'm lucky enough because we came here really early, so there's no one around. I train at a CrossFit box when there's no one around. But be careful, if you don't want to train in the gym, stay at home. This is what this workout's about. Make sure you have your wipes if you go to the gym, and hygiene. Wash your hands. And now that you think about not touching your face, that's probably what you're doing the most now, which is me. When they told you not to do something, you automatically just think to do it. So yeah, it's a weird weird time. I want a refund on 2020. We're only in March. I want a refund. Can we just fast forward to 2021, please? But then, actually, can we rewind to 29? Yeah. Thank you for watching this video. Sorry, I just realized I'm rambling on, but what can you do? Peace out.